我们
助理说这什么？说副国际上的。
我给你抬过来，别让他们过来，别让他们过来，你们自己这样干，别让他们过来，别打，我们真是这样，说是我们养我们没有。上，你们动手，我们动手，儿童点别动啊！来，拿我的车了！别动！别动！别动！别动！
Sorry to start like that. Hi, Chris Adams here. I apologize for I'm not trying to spread fear, but I just find this whole thing fascinating, very interesting, and I'm not sure exactly what is going on currently. I do know that right now, as we speak, China just had 14,800 new cases of the coronavirus in a day. So it's very confusing. It's very hard to get actual numbers and understand what's going on. I initially, when I heard about it, I was like, this has to just be fear. They're trying to scare you because, I don't know, but that's usually a thing people in power like to do. They like to scare people. I remember Ebola. It was scary, but it really didn't affect, luckily it didn't affect too many people, but they are still dealing with it in parts of Africa at the moment. I remember swine flu. I remember SARS. This is supposed to be way more deadly than SARS now. It's already even more deadly not percentage-wise than the flu. So this is a very interesting thing, and I'm rather confused, right, by this whole thing. And I'm trying to, basically, if you, it is most effective, like most diseases, against the very young and the very old, right? So that's why I'm not afraid because, I had Ebola last week, got over it. No, I'm kidding. I didn't have Ebola, but I got the stomach bug last week, and it was horrible, and that nothing makes you realize how weak you are until you actually get sick, and then you're just boom. But I don't trust China. That's the thing. I don't trust them to tell the truth about their own people, and I feel like they might just murder a ton of people because the government, they have a weird view of human life. It's not the way we view it. To them, humans are very expendable, especially to the Chinese government. So. And that reminded me more of people being taken away to the gulag because they like to do that, or they used to do that in China. They killed like 100 million people before famine and many things. And then on top of it, they killed even more people by their one-child policy. So their view of human life, it's just different. And I feel for these people, and I hope that this thing goes away soon. I read all the fear headlines, and I go, all right, what is real and what isn't? It's hard to get accurate information. That's the problem. It's hard to get any real information out of China because they're very secretive. They basically murdered the guy that blew the whistle on this whole thing. They say he had the coronavirus, but who knows if he did or if he just got murdered. I have a friend that has a theory that it could have been germ warfare. I don't know if I'd go that far yet, but I don't know. I don't trust the thing. So I basically been paying attention to this, and I take public transportation, so it's extra scary for me. I feel like when the virus hits LA, because we've already had one case, it's going to grow, unfortunately. That's just how things work. It's going to most likely hit the homeless population like crazy here because we have a homeless problem. We just let people live on the streets. We don't enforce any laws with that, and we don't have anywhere for them to go either. So on top of it, it's just a bad situation. I've actually cleaned up after the homeless because I did it for I had to do something for court, and I actually cleaned up after the homeless, and their living conditions are horrible everywhere. garbage everywhere, filth everywhere, and so conditions for the homeless are ripe for this virus to just ravage Skid Row. So when that happens, who knows what's going to happen here? I am not afraid though at all because I don't live by fear. But this is starting to look a little insane, and I'm not going to say that I don't think it's going to kill like in the movie Contagion. I know that's been very popular now because of this virus. I don't think it's going to be that crazy. That's Hollywood. That isn't real life. But who knows? So wash your hands. And I always look at people sideways when I take the train and they start coughing. I'm like, hey, get away from me. All right, I don't care who you are, just get away. Or if anyone has a mask, I'm like, well, as a rule, I'm going to the other side of the train. Don't care if you think bad of me. I'd rather be healthy. Health is more important. But anyway, I'm going to share some happier things because that's part of the title of this. But I just had to share that because it was a dramatic video that I looked at and I was like, what is happening? And what are they doing to these people? They say they didn't self-quarantine. Who knows if that's true? We don't get any honest information out of that country because they don't need to be sometimes. They're very secretive, even to their own people. But anyway, I saw this earlier in the week, and I posted it on my Facebook because I think it's funny. And I actually did make stuff at work instead of actually going out to eat today, and I feel richer already. Like, I feel so much richer. It's great. Like, I have an extra $14 in my pocket that I was going to spend, and I only spent, I think for my meal today would have been, it's only a couple bucks because you buy it, you make it, you make it in the little oven here, and I don't even have to worry, People always say, well, I never have enough money to do X. And I go, well, how much do you eat out? If you eat out every day, you're not ever going to get money. There are ways to save money that, this is funny, of course, but it also is true. You have to budget, and it's something I suck at. But as you get older, you're like, hey, I want to get a house someday. I think I should learn how to, stop eating out all the time. Don't buy new clothes. You don't need fancy things. Just be a simple person. Be a man and just work, and don't go out to clubs. I don't go out anymore, which is great. Once in a while, I will, of course, because you got to have fun every once in a while. But for the most part, I try to live like I'm still homeless, like when I was a kid. Yeah. And also, I saw this. This just made me laugh because it's Valentine's Day coming up in a couple days, and I think it speaks for itself. Very funny image. The only part I relate to, the boobs part. Yeah, if they're nice, that's cool. But if just you being there is enough for me. But can you cook and get me a drink would be nice. I think that's what, if you love someone, you should want to help do things for them. So happy Valentine's Day to all the lovers and anyone that's alone. I feel for you. I was alone for a while, and now I have somebody. So, you'll find somebody. If I could do it, anyone can do it. Lastly, though, this is what I am begging and pleading to make this a reality. I know this is a joke. I know this isn't real, but my goodness, I want this game in real life. I want Al Bundy, pro quarterback for reals. I know that someone just made this as a mere lark, but this has to be the coolest thing that doesn't exist that I want to exist. And I don't know who could make it. Maybe that company that updates Tecmo Bowl every year, so it's the current roster. Or maybe someone that has better computers, because I don't know, but I want to see this become a reality, and I'm trying to put it out into the world. World, please make Al Bundy pro quarterback a game. All right. I don't want to take up much more of your time. Thank you all for listening. I had some people watching. Thank you, and I apologize if I didn't get to your comments, but anyway, have a wonderful night, and good night.